Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to explore a very special and meaningful coin from Australia, the 2003 Australian $1 coin that celebrates the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage. This coin is not just currency, it's a powerful symbol of history, equality, and progress. If you have this coin in very fine condition, then stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know its true value and why collectors love it. Back in 1903, Australia became one of the first countries in the world to grant women the right to vote and stand for parliament. That was a huge step toward equality and democracy. Fast forward 100 years later, in 2003, this $1 coin was issued to celebrate that milestone. The design of the coin reflects strength and recognition of women's role in shaping the nation. It's not just metal, it represents courage, struggle, and achievement. Now let's talk about the condition of the coin, because this is very important when it comes to value. A coin described as very fine condition means it has been used in circulation, but still holds most of its design details. The images, text, and edges are clearly visible, although there might be some wear from handling over time. It's not brand new, but it still looks attractive and collectible. For many collectors, very fine coins are a great balance between affordability and historical beauty. Moving on to the background and composition of this coin. The 2003 Australian $1 coin is made from aluminum bronze, which gives it that distinctive golden color. It contains copper, aluminum, and nickel, making it durable and resistant to corrosion. The coin has a standard weight of around 9 grams and features a reeded edge, which gives it a textured feel when you hold it. On one side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse side carries the special commemorative design related to women's suffrage. This combination of history and strong metal composition makes it both practical and collectible. Now let's discuss collector demand, which is where things get interesting. This coin is not extremely rare, but it holds strong demand because of its historical significance. Coins that represent social movements or important milestones tend to attract collectors worldwide. Many collectors look for coins that tell a story, and this one definitely does. Because of that, even though millions were minted, people still want to add it to their collections, especially in better conditions like very fine or above. In today's market, a 2003 Australia $1 women's suffrage coin in very fine condition usually sells for around $2, $40,000, $2,000, $275,000. In some cases, depending on demand, seller, and presentation, it might go slightly higher, especially if it's well preserved or part of a themed collection. While it may not sound like a huge amount, remember that this coin's true value lies in its historical importance and steady collector interest. Over time, coins like this can gradually increase in value, especially as more collectors enter the hobby. Now let me share some helpful tips for collectors who either own this coin or are planning to buy it. Always check the condition carefully, because small details can make a difference in price. Try to store your coin in a protective holder to prevent scratches and oxidation. Avoid cleaning the coin, because cleaning can actually reduce its value. It's always better to keep it in its natural state. Also, if you're serious about collecting, consider building a themed collection, like coins related to history or women's achievements. That makes your collection more meaningful and sometimes more valuable as well. The 2003 Australia $1 coin, celebrating the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage, is more than just a collectible. It is a reminder of how far society has come and the importance of equal rights. Even in very fine condition, it holds both monetary and historical value. For collectors, it's a piece worth keeping, not just for today, but for the future. Next up, today we're going to explore a very special and meaningful coin from Australia, the 2008 $1 coin, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Scouts Australia. If you're a coin collector or just someone curious about rare coins and their value, this video is going to be very interesting for you. Let's start by talking about the history behind this coin. In 2008, Australia released this commemorative $1 coin to honor 100 years of scouting in the country. The scouting movement, represented by Scouts Australia, has played an important role in shaping young people through leadership, outdoor activities, and community service. This coin is not just currency, it represents a century of growth, learning, and adventure for millions of young Australians. Now, when we talk about the design and condition of the coin, the 2008 Scouts Australia dollar features a detailed and symbolic design. On the reverse side, you'll typically see a scouting emblem, along with figures representing unity and teamwork. The obverse side features Queen Elizabeth II, as is standard on Australian currency issued under the Australian dollar system. Condition plays a huge role in determining value. A coin described as very fine condition means it has moderate wear, but still retains most of its details clearly. The design elements are visible, though not as sharp as a brand new coin. For collectors, this is still a respectable condition and quite desirable, especially for commemorative coins like this one. Moving on to the background and composition of the coin, the Australian $1 coin is made from aluminum bronze. This gives it a golden appearance, which many collectors find visually appealing. It is durable, resistant to corrosion, and designed for long circulation. The coin weighs around and has a distinctive, making it easy to recognize even by touch. Now let's talk about collector demand. Coins like this one are quite popular among collectors because they combine historical significance with a limited commemorative theme. The 100th anniversary of Scouts Australia is an important milestone, and coins marking such events often attract both coin collectors and people who have a personal connection to scouting. This dual interest increases demand over time, especially as fewer well-preserved coins remain in circulation. When it comes to current market value, a 2008 Scouts Australia $1 coin in very fine condition typically has a modest premium over its A's of today. You can expect it to be worth around $30,000 to the 50,000 Australian dollars, depending on its exact condition, luster, and collector interest. If the coin were in uncirculated or mint condition, the value could be higher, sometimes reaching $8 to $15 or more among dedicated collectors. The key factor is always condition and rarity within the available market. For collectors, there are some helpful tips to keep in mind. Always store your coins properly in protective holders to avoid scratches and environmental damage. Try to avoid cleaning coins, as cleaning can actually reduce their value. It's also a good idea to stay updated with coin catalogs and recent sales to understand how the market is evolving. Networking with other collectors and joining coin communities can also help you discover hidden gems and better understand the value of your collection. In conclusion, the 2008 Australia $1 coin celebrating the 100th anniversary of Scouts Australia is a meaningful and collectible piece. While it may not be extremely rare, its historical importance and connection to a global movement make it a valuable addition to any collection. In very fine condition, it holds steady value and strong collector interest, making it both a sentimental and smart collectible. Next up, today we're diving into a very special and meaningful coin, the Australia $1 International Year of Volunteers 2001 coin. If you're a coin collector, or even just curious about valuable coins in circulation, this is a piece you definitely want to know about. This coin is not just currency, it's a tribute, a story, and for many collectors, a hidden gem with growing value. Let's start with the history behind this beautiful coin. In 2001, the world celebrated the International Year of Volunteers, an initiative supported globally to recognize the contribution of volunteers to society. Australia honored this important event by releasing a commemorative $1 coin through the Royal Australian Mint. This coin was created to appreciate millions of people who dedicate their time and energy to helping others. It reflects unity, compassion, and community spirit values that make it more than just money. The design itself is quite meaningful. It features a group of stylized human figures holding hands, symbolizing cooperation and volunteerism. Every time you look at this coin, it reminds you of the power of helping others. Now let's talk about condition, which is extremely important when it comes to value. The coin we are discussing today is in very fine condition. This means the coin has been circulated, but it still retains a good amount of its original detail. The design is clearly visible, although there may be some light wear on the high points. Collectors appreciate very fine coins because they balance affordability and detail. While not as perfect as uncirculated coins, they still hold strong collector appeal and are much easier to find. Moving on to the coin's physical characteristics. The Australia $1 coin is made of aluminum bronze, which gives it that distinctive golden color. Its composition includes copper, aluminum, and nickel, making it both durable and attractive. The coin weighs about and has a diameter of approximately the edge is reeded, adding to its security and aesthetic appeal. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was standard for Australian coins at the time. This adds a historical element, especially now that coins featuring her are becoming more collectible after her era. Now let's talk about demand, because this is where things get interesting. This coin has a special place in the hearts of collectors. Why? Because it combines a meaningful theme with a limited commemorative release. Coins linked to global events like the International Year of Volunteers tend to attract both coin collectors and history enthusiasts. While it's not extremely rare, its unique design and message make it desirable. Many collectors look for it to complete their commemorative collections, especially those focusing on Australian coins. As time goes on, coins like this often gain more attention, especially when preserved in good condition. So, what is this coin worth today? In very fine condition, the Australia $1 International Year of Volunteers 2001 coin typically has a market value of around $2.75, $0 to $2.88, $0. However, the price can vary depending on factors like demand, exact condition, and where you sell it. If the coin is in better condition, such as extremely fine or uncirculated, it could be worth significantly more, sometimes reaching $10 or higher. Keep in mind that emotional and historical value also plays a role. For some collectors, this coin is priceless because of what it represents. If you're interested in collecting this coin or coins like it, here are a few helpful tips. Always check the condition carefully. Even small differences in wear can affect the value. Store your coins in protective holders to prevent scratches and environmental damage. Try to buy from trusted sellers or dealers to ensure authenticity. And most importantly, collect coins that you personally enjoy because the true joy of coin collecting comes from passion, not just profit. Also, keep an eye on the market. Values can slowly increase over time, especially for commemorative coins with meaningful themes. To wrap things up, the Australia $1 International Year of Volunteers 2001 coin is a wonderful blend of history, art, and value. It may not be the most expensive coin out there, but it carries a powerful message and steady collector interest. In very fine condition, it offers a great opportunity for both beginners and experienced collectors to own a piece of meaningful history. If you happen to have this coin in your collection, you're holding more than just a dollar. You're holding a symbol of kindness and global unity. Next up, today we're going to explore a very special and interesting coin from Australia. The $1 coin issued in 2011 to commemorate the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, also known as 2011. If you have this coin in your collection, or you're thinking about getting one, then this video is going to be very helpful for you because today we'll talk about its history, condition, background, collector demand, and most importantly, its current market value in dollars. So stay with me till the end because this coin might surprise you. Let's begin with the history of this coin. In 2011, Australia hosted the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Perth. This is a major international event where leaders from across the Commonwealth countries gather to discuss important global issues, cooperation, and development. To celebrate this prestigious event, Australia released a special $1 commemorative coin. This coin is not just currency, it represents diplomacy, unity, and international cooperation. That's what makes it meaningful for collectors. Now, when we talk about condition, the coin you mentioned is in very fine condition. This is actually quite important. A very fine coin means it has been used in circulation, but still retains clear details. The design is visible, the wear is moderate, and it still looks attractive. Collectors appreciate coins in this condition because they balance affordability with decent visual appeal. Now let's talk about the background and composition of this coin. The Australian $1 coins are generally made from aluminum bronze. This gives the coin its golden color, which is one of the reasons why it stands out. The composition typically includes copper, aluminum, and nickel, making it durable and long-lasting. The design on the 2011 coin is unique and symbolic. It reflects the theme of unity among Commonwealth nations. The design elements are carefully crafted, showing a modern and meaningful artistic style that connects with the global significance of the event. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was standard on Australian coins during that time. This adds historical and royal significance to the piece. Now let's move to one of the most exciting parts: collector demand. This coin is not extremely rare, but it definitely has a niche demand among collectors who specialize in commemorative coins or Australian currency. Coins related to international events tend to attract attention because they represent a moment in global history. The demand for this coin depends on a few factors, including condition, availability, and collector interest in Australian coins. Since many of these coins were circulated, finding one in very fine or better condition can be a nice addition to a collection. Collectors who focus on Commonwealth themes or world coins often look for pieces like this, which keeps its demand steady and positive over time. Now let's talk about the value, which is what many of you are most curious about. As of today, a 2011 Australian $1 coin in very fine condition typically has a market value of around $2.75, $0 to $2,088,000. If the coin is in better condition, like extremely fine or uncirculated, the value can go higher, sometimes reaching $10,000 to $3.30, $0 or even more, depending on the buyer and market demand. Even though it's not a highly expensive coin, it still holds a premium over its, which makes it a good collectible item. And over time, as interest grows and availability decreases, the value can slowly increase. If you're a collector or planning to start collecting coins like this, here are some helpful thoughts to keep in mind. Always try to preserve your coins properly. Keep them in protective holders or albums to avoid scratches and damage. Even small improvements in condition can make a difference in value. It's also a good idea to learn about the story behind each coin. Coins like this one become more meaningful when you understand their history and significance. Buying from trusted sources and comparing prices before purchasing can help you make smarter decisions. And most importantly, collect coins that you personally enjoy, because passion is what makes coin collecting truly rewarding. So overall, the 2011 Australian $1 Commonwealth Heads of Government Meeting coin is a beautiful and meaningful collectible. It represents an important global event, has a strong design, and carries steady demand among collectors. Even in very fine condition, it holds a nice value above its face value, making it a great piece for both beginners and experienced collectors. If you already have this coin, that's fantastic. You own a small piece of international history. And if you don't, it might be a great addition to your collection in the future.